The old Ford car plant in East London in Dagenham is going to be brought back to life. In 1968, female workers at the factory marched on Westminster to demonstrate against sex discrimination in their jobs. Now, this pivotal moment in the history of women's rights is going to be on the big screen. The film is called We Want Sex, which actually is quite a misleading title.
The story We Want Sex comes from an incident where they were protesting outside Westminster, the Houses of Parliament, and they had their placards and they had their banners, and they were amazed by the amount of interest and people shouting out at them, and men were cheering them on, and they looked up, they realised that one of the banners hadn't been properly unfurled, so instead of sex equality, it just read, We Want Sex.
The Dagenham strike involved 300 female machinists, and it led to 2 public inquiries and the 1970 Equal Pay Act. Sally Hawkins, who won a Golden Globe for her lead role in Happy Go Lucky, is to play Rita, the ringleader of the group.
They didn't realise, I don't think, actually how important it was and how big a fight it was. It's suddenly at the forefront, and suddenly the government was getting involved, Barbara Castle was getting involved. It was of a national scale, and it sort of rocked the Ford factories almost on the US started to get involved, and it threatened actually the men, and and the trade unions were involved, and the trade unions were threatened by female employment.
Like This Is England, the movie seems to follow a trend in British cinema depicting the real lives of the working classes. Part of the film will be shot on location in Dagenham, and director Nigel Cole even plans to get the local community involved.
Sally's character Rita is constantly kind of giving speeches and talking to great crowds of workers, rallying the troops. And so we're going to use a lot of the local community to play all those people who worked at Ford, and endless scenes of huge crowds of people cycling to work in the morning. It was like a football match.
So if you're a local, you've heard it. This is your chance to star alongside some of Britain's finest acting talent. Filming is going to kick off later this month, with the release date planned for 2010.